Okay, welcome again to this new episode. Today we'll be looking at use file system, working with the file adapter. So basically we have looked at FTP and SFTP, which are both similar, but we just want to think about looking at file. File is connecting basically to your local system or to a system within your drive. So it's something similar to the FFTP system, but it's working with um, a file as a file location that you have access to within your local system or within your network. So basically, what I'm going to be doing today is a scenario where we are going to be sending a JSON payload, but with multiple values. Something similar to what we have been working with, and we'll be saving it into an Excel sheet. So basically, let's go right away into this. So basically, what we are working with is we are doing a REST to Excel. So just hold on, I'm not in the right part. I just need to right click new. Yeah. So I'm working with REST to Excel. So what am I doing? The first point is to get a listener. Listener, we are by now we are experts with listeners. We have been able to see different listeners, and like what it's going to be a post as well. Let us not forget to do that. Um, the parts it's going to be we will be listening on. Let's use the same name. REST to Excel. Yeah. Then later on we'll be going into what do we want to do next? We want to transform this message. Yes, I want to transform this message to an Excel format. So basically, what it's I'm going to design in. I'm going to design what's the format of my. I'll just do a new file. So basically, I'm trying to do a JSON file that looks like this. In this, we will be able to have different values, such as. So basically, we always have customer name, which by now we understand the scenario pretty well. Um, would have something like Hoagie. The next is what else? We want to get the person. This API we want to send this particular API we send the phone number and the address. Phone number. I'll just use lowercase all through to avoid errors. So this is okay. Then I would have an address. Address is going to be um 23 Tyson Gates. So basically, what's different between this one and the previous scenarios we have been saying is previously we just send in only one, that's a one block, but now we want to send in multiple blocks. I getting it? So we can be able to save this into an Excel format. So I'm just going to do this. So because basically this is going to be the payload I'm going to be using later on in my program to send this from Postman into an Excel file. So just we pass. The phone number is this as well, and let's say they live here. Then we have another customer name. Let's change this number to 12, and this should be 12 as well. So this is just fictional data I'm just making up on the fly, just to help us understand the points. The reason I'm doing this is so you understand how I'm creating this data. It makes more sense to you because you see me creating this data. Um, it's all fictional data, and just for the idea is to learn as much as we can. Okay, so I'm just going to save this as a JSON object file because this contains multiple JSON objects. Yeah. So in my transfer message, I want to import a JSON file and I want to export an Excel file. So I'll first work with this. I'll say, remember we did customer list previously, but now we'll just want to do a new one. Customer info, where we have their phone number and their addresses. So basically, we are not using a schema. Schema is just is a type of file that describes the properties of a JSON file or an XML file or an Excel file. But we are using an example. What does it mean? Okay, look at this example file, read it, and try and understand, make meaning out of it. So that's what I'm doing. Um, I just need to find the folder where I saved this in. Okay, on the desktop. Just in here. So basically, it has these three fields. Yeah. So the output, we want to save it as an Excel file. So I'm going to do this: file, define, add new, but it's going to be a customer info, but now it's going to be an Excel file. So I'm using Excel. I create three columns. The first one is customer name. I have phone. I have address, and this is okay. So I try to match them colon. Okay, this is pretty amazing. You know, like later on when because we are currently exploring mole ESB. Later on in a different series, we'll be exploring Del Boomi. There's an amazing tool that Del Boomi has called Boomi Suggest that helps us do something similar like this. It actually predicts. It's based on names, data types, what fields should be mapped to each other. So basically, that's it. And if you notice here, the format is XLSX. So basically that's it. Then the next thing we want to do is to be able to write this to a particular file location on our system. We search for write, but now notice we are not using a write FTP. We are not using a write FTP, but we are using a write file. Pretty simple. So we just configure it. We just do a little bit of things. So first of all, you need to check this button to be able to access here. You see, click connect. You have to select the working directory you want to work from on your system. So I want to work from this directory, integrations, on my desktop. This is yes on my desktop, integrations directory. I want to say okay. That's all you need to do here. Then basically you just need to say the name of the file that you want to write this into. So basically I want to write this file into clients info dot xs. This is the how Excel files are saved, the extension for Excel files. This is just a name we are using for this tutorial. So I think everything is okay, and yeah, we are still using overwrite mode as we used before. Then just one more thing, I just like to do a transfer so that this sends it back to um a server that okay, everything is okay. So what am I just going to do? I'll just try and copy something that we had previously. A transform image here, just copy this, saying okay, everything went all right, and I'm just going to put it in here. I'm just saying everything okay, and we are ready to test applications. So let's just verify. On this file system, we currently have on the desktop, we currently have these files, but now I want to create a new file called clientsinfo.excel, and we'll open it to see whether we sent in the right information. So let's do this. Our project is currently running. Let's see what's on. Okay, everything seems good. Everything seems good. So let us send a message from here. So what is the subparts we used? We called it REST to Excel. Yes. And this time we are sending a block of information, like a JSON block. We can validate this if this is correct. I love to validate before I test or before I JSON validator. Process. This is perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put this in Postman now. Okay. So and let's execute. So we had a success message back. Let's see if on the file system we had client info. Yeah, we just created this file now. Let's see what's inside, whether it's okay. Okay, that is great. Okay, thanks for this thanks for this episode. We